Good morning, children, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, we are discussing about first chapter of Snapshots book, and the name of chapter is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. This particular lesson has been written by one of the famous, renowned writers of English literature, or his name is William Sorion. This particular lesson, as I have told you in previous videos, has been taken from his famous book My Name is Aram. From that book, this lesson has been taken. My name is Aram. Actually, in previous videos, I have told you that this particular lesson is about two Armenian boys. Aram, 9 years old, Murad, 13 years old, whose family is famous for their honesty and trust. Their family was famous for this virtue, for this quality, for their this excellent characteristics for last many centuries. I have also told you in previous videos, dear students, that Mr. Aram, who is the narrator of this story, in whose words the story has been narrated, he tells that one morning early in the morning, one day early in the morning, his cousin brother Murad came and he knocked at his window of that room in which he was sleeping. Or finally, dear students, he saw a very surprising and amazing scene outside of his window, or in that he saw that his cousin brother Murad was sitting on white beautiful horse. As one more thing I have told you, dear students, that their family's economical condition was not very good. Anyhow, they were filling their stomach. Understood? But in such circumstances, in such situation, how his cousin brother Murad arranged and purchased that horse, that was a big question in the mind of Mr. Narrator Aram, 9 years boy. But actually the thing which was in front of him was reality. Or he could, here is given, please open your book on page 2. Or even he could see the horse, even he could feel the horse, even he could smell the horse, even he could touch the horse. Because his Aram's desire was also to ride on beautiful horse. Or his cousin brother came to take him. His cousin brother came to take him, and he was going to provide him such golden opportunity. He was going to fulfill his long cherished dream of riding on the horse. What happened? But one question was there in the mind of him, how he arranged. Or finally he concluded that no member of Gargulnian family could be a thief. But ultimately, finally he concluded that his family, his tribe can never steal, can never be thief. I stared at my cousin and then at the horse. Firstly, he was staring and looking to the horse and then to his brother. There was a pious, holy stillness and humor in each of them, which no one had delighted me, and other frightened me. One side the writer was suppose happy, delighted, but another side frightened also, frightened on the issue that from where he has arranged. He must have stolen because family economical condition was not very good. Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? But Murad did not reply. He simply called him, leaped out of window. He said if he wants to write. He simply called the writer, called the narrator. If Mr. Aram wanted to ride on the horse, he should simply come out and he should ride with him. It was true then, he had not stolen the horse. As question was asked by Mr. Aram, where did he steal the horse? No, and after that no satisfactory reply was given by Mr. Murad. So it was seeming to him that he had not stolen. But the big question was, if he had not stolen, then how he has arranged? Anyhow, he came to invite the narrator for riding. Well, it seemed me stealing a horse for a ride was not a thing of stealing. Or finally, the narrator concludes in his mind that if anybody is stealing the horse for enjoyment, for riding, then it is not in category of crime. If after stealing anybody is suppose selling it and getting money, then that is a crime and then it will be stealing. Well, it seemed to be stealing a horse for a ride was not same thing as stealing something else such as money. For all I knew, maybe it was not stealing at all. If you are crazy about the horse the way cousin Murad and I were, it wasn't stealing. If our enjoyment, because his brother was crazy, not sensible enough, or for enjoyment only he had stolen, he had arranged that horse, not he had stolen that horse permanently, it would not become stealing until we offered to sell the horse, which of the course I knew it would never be. Or he was sure that his brother will not keep that horse permanently. All right, let me put on some clothes. Finally, he wore Mr. Narrator Aram. He wore his clothes and he came out. And after that, what happened? I jumped down to the yard from the window and leaped up onto the horse behind his cousin Murad. He was sitting on the horse. Or that time they were living at the edge of the town, Walnut Avenue. The family of Mr. Aram and Murad were living at Walnut Avenue. Or it took a very 3-4 minutes only, very less time to reach from Walnut Avenue, the place where they were living, to their place of riding, Olive Avenue. They reached there. or the air was new and lovely to breathe. The atmosphere was very much soothing and very much pleasant. The air was also fresh. The feel of the horse running was wonderful, and as he got the chance to enjoy the riding with his brother cousin from his home Walnut Avenue to Olive Avenue, so that experience was amazing one, dear students. That experience was amazing one. And here is given finally, the feel of the horse running was wonderful. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest member of the family. After that, Mr. Aram is telling the nature of his brother, elder brother Murad, who provided him opportunity to ride on the horse. What was his nature? He was considered the craziest, one of the craziest members of their family. Understood? Or finally, or he also tells, dear students, that in every family there must be one member who behaves abnormally, who behaves differently. There must be one member. In the same way, in the family of Aram, in every generation there is one member who behaves differently, who behaves abnormally, who behaves like a crazy fellow. Every family has a crazy streak, a part of person's character. Somewhere my cousin Murad was considered the natural successor of his tribe, of their tribe. Because before Murad, there was one more man in the family of Mr. Aram who was behaving in the same way, who was also considered crazy, or his name is Uncle Khusro. So after Uncle Khusro, dear students, after Uncle Khusro, the same quality was in the nature and behavior of Mr. Murad. Uncle was also behaving, suppose differently, abnormally, sometime a crazy fellow, understood, behaving uncommonly. In the same way, Mr. Murad also. So in previous generation, Uncle Khusro; in present generation, that elder brother Murad. Enormous man. What? And here is the character description of Mr. Khusro, Uncle Khusro. Uncle Khusro, dear student, an enormous man with powerful head and of black hair, the largest mustache. What was his appearance? Having largest mustache. In the San Joaquin Valley, the place where they were living. And then quality, a man so furious temper. Mr. Uncle Khusro was of a furious nature, of irritable, getting annoyed easily, very irritable nature, very impatient, or he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. If anybody try to talk in front of him, try to say in front of him, anything in front of him, he would say, it is no harm, pay no attention. This was the favorite line, this was the favorite statement of Uncle Khusro that he would give every time. Or he was impatient nature, he was a furious, Understood? Or the same quality was transferred in next generation children or next generation boy, and his name is Murad. Though Murad's father was not like that. That was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking about once, or here the Aram, the narrator of the story, Mr. Aram, is telling about one of the incident. In that we will see the uncommon nature of Mr. Uncle Khusro, that once one incident happened, one problem occurred, or when his son came to went to inform him, what was his reaction? That was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking once, it was his own son Arak, Arak. Arak is the son of Uncle Khusro, or he 8 blocks to the barber shop where his father, Mr. Uncle Khusro, was having his mustache trimmed, to inform Uncle Khusro that his house was on fire. So son went to barber shop to inform his father that house was on fire. But see the reaction of father, reaction of Uncle Khusro. This man Khusro sat up on the chair and roared, "It is no harm, pay no attention." The barber said, "But the boy says your house is on fire." They particularly told him कि others house is not on fire, your house is on fire. So Uncle Khusro roared, "Enough." Again he said, "It is no harm, pay no attention." So such type of quality and behavior was of Uncle Khusro, or the same quality and behavior was in Mr. Murad. So uncle was also crazy, and his nephew Murad was also of crazy nature, crazy fellow. My cousin Murad was considered the natural successor of this man, although Murad's father was Zurab, or he was a practical man, nothing else. That is how it was our tribe. A man could be father of his son's place, but it didn't mean that he is that he is also father of his spirit. Understood? So means the quality of Mr. Murad was something different. It was very similar to the quality of uncle. Understood? The distribution of various kinds of spirits in the tribes were definitely here is given, had been beginning from capricious to vagrant. Here is given, wandering about. This was all about the family. We wrote, or finally they went for riding. What happened, dear students? For all anybody knew, were still old country where at least some of our neighbors we belong. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running. At last, his Murad's cousin brother, he started riding alone. He said the narrator to get down because he wanted to enjoy alone. What happened? Whether the narrator got opportunity to ride alone or not, we will discuss in the next video, dear students. So you will read line by line. Thank you, dear students.